Hi, you're watching my channel, Clodbuster.
Alright, what's going on, you guys? So, today's video I'm going to be talking about Clodbuster bodies. So recently I started a build for a customer, and it's a custom Clodbuster. And so what this guy wanted was, he was originally going to buy a new in-box Clodbuster, and he was asking me about him. I was like, no man, don't do that. I was like, I could build you a custom Clodbuster that'll way outperform an original. Well, not original, a super Clodbuster. Nothing beats the original. But anyway, so I told this guy, I can build you a custom Clodbuster that'll outperform a super Clodbuster for about the same money, maybe like $80 to $100 more. So what I did was I built him a custom chassis. I took an original set of axles. I got a ton of those, ton of axles, tons of parts to build a bunch of Clodbusters. And I put together a nice Clodbuster package for him, and now it's time to do the body. So I have a couple options. I could either use something like this, which is an original body in really good condition. There's no cracks, no real body damage. The only damage is right here. There's a little bit of heat distortion, almost started to melt a little bit, and this is from the resistor for the mechanical speed controller. And then in the paint, like there's a little bit scuffed off here, or like on the corner of the bed. But other than that, it's great. Decals are all perfect. It's not a Chevy grill. It's just a plain grill, plain tailgate. All the lights are intact on the roll bar. All decals in place. And right there on the roof, you can see, pay attention. If you're interested in my Tracks / giveaway, make sure you pay attention to this. You have the driver's name right here, Clem Clubfoot, both sides. And then the only other writing on the roof is Super Gripper. So remember that. So I could either go with something like this, but it'd be kind of a shame to take an original body from like the early 90s and destroy it, because the Clodbuster I'm building for him is definitely going to be a driver, almost like a basher, and kind of somewhat of like a race clod. So I could either go with this, or I could go with something like this. This is a new in-box Clodbuster body set. This is pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever shown any of these in videos before, but I think I got like 18 or 19 of these. So if you had a Clodbuster back in the day, I mean like late 80s, early 90s, and you busted up the body, you could call Tamaya, order this. They give you a new Clodbuster body with all like the windows, all the chrome parts, blower, instructions, a decal sheet, and even an antenna tube. But I don't really want to put something like this on a basher or like a race clod, because it would be a shame to break one of these. Something like that should be left for a shelf queen, even though I'm totally against shelf queens. I don't think a Clodbuster should be parked on a shelf when it's in running condition. It should be out changing the world. So this is what I'm going to be going with, right? This is the J Concepts GMC body, and they sell this thing as being for a Clodbuster or a Tracks Stampede. So this is a polycarbonate body. A lot of people call it Lexan. Lexan is like a brand, and polycarbonate is the material. It's kind of like when you call locking pliers vice grips. So anyway, as far as polycarbonate bodies goes, I think this is the best one. Over the years, there's been a few different ones like Parma. I think Proline might have made one. But so far, this J Concepts body has been the best. Some of the details aren't quite right, like the wheel wells are a little bit off. The windows right here are definitely off. I mean, take a look at the windows, you can see. But as far as the polycarbonate body goes, really this is the best one. And again, this Clodbuster, it's going to be like a basher / race cloud. So this is perfect for that. So even though this body sold as a GMC, they give you a bunch of different decals, some different grills. So like GMC had more of a square grill right here, where Chevy had more horizontal bars. And they give you two styles. There's this one on the top, this 3 on the bottom, and the one I used on the body was this. So over the years, these square body Chevys had a couple changes. So these were made 73 to 87, and then 88 to 91 for Blazers and Suburbans. So there was 73 to 80. It had like a much more squared off hood. Instead of sloping down, it just went straight. This turn signal / marker light was vertical instead of horizontal. And the grill looked more like this. It had this single round headlight, and then the turn signal down here, except for 1980. 1980 was a weird year. It had like a earlier style grill, but instead of round headlights, they were square. It was pretty rare, but I'd like to get one someday. And then so when you buy this kit, they give you the GMC plus the Chevy bow tie. So I took a Chevy grill decal, put the bow tie on, and then at the tailgate, I put this decal with the Chevrolet letters. So they give you this decal right here, and it's just plain, it doesn't have any writing. This is actually a decal on top of this decal. If you take a look at the original body, it's like inset right here. So the original is definitely much more detailed, but for a racer basher, this is perfect. And as far as the roll bar goes, I had a lot of these kicking around, so I just took a body reamer, put a couple holes, and attached a roll bar. Same thing with this blower. You can take a look. I just cut a hole, attached it, it's no big deal. And also on the roof, I put the same Clem clubfoot lettering plus a super gripper, and right here is a sunroof. So this body doesn't come with any sunroof decals. It comes with the side windows and the front windshield, but nothing for a sunroof. So all I did was I took some masking tape, laid it on here, took an X-Acto knife, trimmed it around, and then took the tape off of this, put it on here, so that way I knew it would be the same size. And overall, this body's close in size. It's actually a little bit smaller. If you take a look, the original is longer and a little bit wider. So looking at like these hood stripes, you can see I had to trim them a little bit. What I did, I trimmed them off this end, so that way I can still keep the lettering down here. But overall, I'm very pleased with the way this came out. I painted it red, so original body being a polymer, plastic, uses different paint than like a polycarbonate Lexan. You would paint on the inside, so this is like a Tamiya bright red. Whereas the original would use a different shade of red, Italian red. And taking a look at the original Cloud owner's manual, right here they tell you the paint that they use is TS8. Remember that, it's TS8. TS8. So that's pretty much it. Only other issue you might run into, if you're putting this body on an original Clodbuster, the only issue you're going to have is if you take a look at the bed, this part right here, it's right up almost to the top of the bed rail. Whereas then the original, it's inset about almost 1 inch, not quite, maybe like 3/4 of an inch. So if you put this body on the factory body post, it's definitely going to have like a nose high attitude. So you could either raise these up or somehow shorten these, get some aftermarket posts. It's not a big deal though, it's easy fix. But you can see this body on an original Cloud, even though it's a little smaller, it still fits almost perfect. So definitely upgrade. So that's about it for now. If you're looking for an aftermarket body, J Concepts is the way to go. Take care, thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Part number is 0381. Right on the front it says it's a Track Stampede to my Clodbuster.